What is going on, beautiful people? Today, we're going to be talking about why you should not confront a narcissist directly, how it can be dangerous, how it can be pointless, ask yourself why you need to do it in the first place, right? Let's just get to the nitty gritty, get to the brass tacks of it, right? If you're new here, my name is Lee Hammock. I'm a diagnosed narcissist, and welcome to another episode of the Narcissist Code. Let's get it. Boom. Welcome back, folks. Welcome back. Yeah, y'all, this is one of, we got to ask ourselves this question right here, y'all. We have to get to the bottom of this. Like, why you should not confront a narcissist directly. Look, let me go and say this right now, because I know a lot of y'all out there. I know so many of y'all out there. You have to get the last word in, right? You just feel like you have to let them know that you know what they have going on. You have to let them know that you understand what they've been doing this entire time. You have to let them know. You have to, but you don't. You know what I mean? You really don't. And I feel like that's the type of thing that a lot of people face, and we get into these situations, the type of kind of darkness that so many people fall into, where you just like, I have to let them know that I know. Y'all, you really do not have to let them know you know. One of the main reasons I say this is because you want to protect your peace. Because a lot of times, if you have evidence or proof that a narcissist has been lying to you, that they've been stealing from you, that they've been doing whatever behind your back, cheating on you, whatever it is, you want to just let them know that you know, right? But if even with proof, they could get dangerous. They could go ahead and try to send you on up out of here. Lee, what does that mean? They could try to send you to meet God. Lee, what does that mean? Like, speak English. Like, you're talking in, like, what are you talking about? They could bury you 6 feet under. No, like in an unmarked grave. You see what I'm saying? They could send you on up out of here with the threat of you exposing them, because they can't imagine the fear that they have, right? I'm scared as hell that you're going to ruin my life. I'm scared as hell. Like, you don't need to confront them directly, because it could cost you your life, right? And I'm not trying to scare you. I know people are just like, Lee, Lee, normally you bring levity to the situation. This is doom and gloom. Damn. What happened to Lee? Nothing happened. I'm just being real with you, right? It's like, when you get into these situations, you fall into these scenarios where you're dealing with a manipulator, where you're dealing with an abusive person, right? You got to understand that for two narcissists, one of the most important things to them is their reputation, right? We want to protect our reputation at all costs. We want to protect it literally at all costs in these situations. We want to guard ourselves. So if you confront us directly with proof that you have power, you have control, that you can ruin our reputation, yeah, you might get the worst version of this person. You might get the worst version of this toxic, manipulative, abusive ass bastard, right? You might get the worst version of them. And I'm not saying you deserve it. Hell no. This is not me trying to say you deserve it. Hell no. Don't take my words out of context. That's for me to do. Right. You don't deserve that. And this is not what I'm saying, but like, a lot of manipulative, abusive, narcissistic people want to try to convince you that you deserve everything that is coming to you. The bad stuff for confronting them. So a lot of times you don't want to confront them directly because it's not necessary, y'all. I know you want to just let them know. Why can't you let them know after you done dipped on them? Why can't you let them know after you got your ducks in a row? Because I'm telling you, hey, I quit you cheating on me. I'm leaving. Y'all see how many, and I just... this is one of my pet peeves, y'all, and y'all might not like me after I say this, but there's so many family annihilators out here that will absolutely take your life and then take their own lives, right? They'll take you out, take your kids out, and then take themselves out, because they can't stand the fact that you don't want to be with them anymore. They're weak ass bastards. They want to end the life of everybody around them, because they punk asses can't handle rejection. They can't handle being held accountable for their actions. So they try to hold everybody else accountable instead of themselves. Fuck them, right? You don't take your family out of here, the little innocent babies and children out of here, and your wife or your husband out of here because you got caught up doing some shit that you shouldn't have been doing. Fuck that. You see what I'm saying? That's one of my serious pet peeves right there. Like, Lee, what triggers you? That right there. There's so many weak bastards out there that would kill, that would do this type of stuff, right? to their families and then do it to themselves. Like, oh my goodness, boy. I know there are people with mental health issues out here, but it still don't make no excuse to take your family out of here. No, why not? Go seek help. If those thoughts are crossing your mind because you're about to get divorced or whatever, go seek help. Go get some help. Like, get the hell out of here. Don't take everybody else out of here. Oh my goodness. Sorry, y'all. I get passionate about that right there because there's so many kids that don't get a chance to grow up because their mother or their father or whoever, stepdad, stepmom, don't want to see them living because they can't handle rejection or being exposed or being confronted with what they have actually done. The stuff they've actually done, not stuff that you've made up, stuff that they have actually done. Like, you haven't made this up. You haven't created this facade out of nowhere. They've actually done it. Right? And it blows my mind, y'all. Oh, sorry, y'all. This is one of the things that really does set me off. But yeah, you want to be careful confronting them directly. And I know some people want to get the last word in. You want to let them know that you know. You want to expose them to them. You might not even intend on exposing them to the world, but you might want to divorce them. You might want to leave them. And that's the part that they can't handle, the part they can't stand to deal with right there, because you might actually want to leave them after they've done something horrible to you, right? I can't imagine this, right? So just be careful when you want to just try to hold them accountable. You want to expose them. Just be careful, because I'm telling you, they will try to take you. Some of them will absolutely try to take you on up out of here because of how things are going, because of how the world and whatnot, right? Just be safe. That's all I can say, y'all, is just be safe. But I'll also say this is another reason why you don't want to confront them directly, is because you don't really need to, right? You don't really need a confession from a narcissistic person, right? Once you have the necessary information, once you have the proof, you don't need a confession. I know you want one. You don't need one. There's a difference between a want and a need, right? Yeah, we all know the needs. Food, you need food, water, and some type of shelter, right? You don't need a confession. I don't see that on the 3 needs, right? Food, water, confession from my narcissistic ex or my narcissistic husband or wife, my mom, my dad, whoever the narcissistic person in your life is, right? Or people. That's not one of the needs. You don't need one. Act on it. What does acting on it look like for you? Put a plan in order. Not just like, so everybody doesn't leave when you get the information anyway. So basically, if you don't plan on leaving, well, you need to confess. Well, I want them to stop doing it. I want them to change their behaviors. Again, y'all, look at like Chris Watts. Go look at the family annihilator, Chris Watts, right? His wife didn't even know about the affair situation. Or maybe she did. I had to look into it. But she didn't even know. Like, he knew. And then he took her on up out of here and his 2 daughters. And you got weird ass women out here writing this man in jail, fangirling over him. Y'all, something's just wrong with y'all. Like, seriously. This man unalived his wife and his 2 baby girls, and y'all writing this crazy ass bastard in jail. Come on now. Like, some of this shit is just, it just blows my mind how fucked up the world is, y'all. Like, seriously. Like, let me write this family annihilator and confess my love to this person. Y'all, Lee, you triggered today. Yes, I told you I was. Like, this is not y'all discovering it. This is me telling y'all what sets me off. You know what I mean? And just like, and this blows my mind right here. Like, you don't need a confession from them. You don't need them to confess. You don't need to let them know that you know. So many people, well, yes, I do, Lee. No, you don't. Because it can be dangerous, and it's not a necessity. You know it. Now, you can confront, like, well, Lee, how do should we confront them at all? I said directly, right? You don't have to confront them directly to their faces because you don't know how they're going to act. Like, sometimes let me say I'm a narcissist. Let's say I'm an empathetic man, right? My wife has been having an affair, getting her back beat in or cheating on me, getting them cheeks clapped by somebody else. I find out, right? I confront her directly to her face. You think she's going to be like, well, you deserved it. No, she's going to start crying and being manipulative and just causing a scene, maybe pretending that I tried to hurt her or something like that, pretending that I tried to attack her because I found out what was going on, making me look like the abuser. They can make you look like the abuser in the situation because now they're getting hysterical because they got caught cheating. They got caught cheating. They got caught being toxic as hell, and now they're being hysterical about it, right? Now they're being hysterical. Now they're losing their mind. Now they're doing this. Now they're doing that. Yeah, you see how this goes right here. Like, this is insane. It's insane. It's an insane mindset right here. Like I said, because they will try to make you at fault for what they have actually done. They've actually done it. It's not made up. It's not concocted. It's not fake. It's something that they have actually done, and they're being held accountable for it, and they can't handle it, right? They can't handle. You can't handle the truth. They can't handle it. So they lose their ever-loving minds. And then when you confront them directly, they try to start beating themselves up or just trying to harm you or hit you or whatever, trying to paint the image of you. Like, another reason you don't want to confront them directly is because, y'all, if you confront them and you don't have a plan of action in place, you give them a head start on what to do next, right? You give them, let's just say you're a stay-at-home parent. You confront your partner directly about cheating. You haven't made a plan. Guess what happens? They freeze the bank accounts. They cut off your access to any type of money or finances. They start hiding assets. They start selling stuff. Now you don't have, you see what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You want to make a plan of action first. It's not always about danger. You know, it can be about danger. You want to protect yourself and be safe. But you want to protect your assets and your livelihood as well. Not just your life, your livelihood as well, right? You want to be able to protect your livelihood right next to your life as well. You want to be as safe as humanly possible. You want to protect yourself at all costs because they're not going to protect you. You know what I mean? You want to protect yourself at all costs because they're not going to protect you at all costs. They don't care. Why would they protect you? Why would they do anything for you, right? Why would they do anything? Why would they try to help you out or be there for you? If it doesn't benefit them, if it doesn't make sense to them, if it doesn't benefit them directly, then they're just not going to do it, right? So it's just in these spaces right there, you don't want to confront them directly sometimes because you don't want to give them a head start on what to do next. You don't want to just be like, okay, I know about your other woman. I know about your other man. I know about this. I know that you hit. I know what you did last summer. You see what I'm saying? Now they panic. They start behaving erratically. They could start love bombing you, of course, right? They could start love bombing you, manipulating you, and promising to change or blah blah blah, promising to cut their affair partner off, promise to put the money back in the account. Like, so it doesn't always have to be cheating. It could be gambling. You can catch them gambling. They got a gambling addiction or a shopping addiction, and they $50,000 in debt, $70,000 in debt. I just saw a video about Ray William Johnson the other day. This man confronted his wife about her debt, and he took her life, and she took his life. She took his life and went on a run, and she went on a run and unalive somebody in Florida, and then she unalive somebody else. Try to unalive somebody in Texas. Like, she was trying to steal people's identity that kind of looked like her. So she was gonna become these people that looked like her after she unalived her husband because she got ashamed of her gambling debt and whatnot and whatever. So it doesn't always have to be cheating. It could be gambling. Like, she unalived him, like pew pew, just straight to the dome and whatnot. It was crazy. She's doing a life sentence right now because she deserves it. But this is what I'm just saying. Like, you have to protect yourself at all costs. Like, because they're not going to protect you. Most of the time, they don't want to be discovered. They're like, how did you find out? They'll start hammering away at you about how you found out, what their misdoings are, whatever they're doing behind the scenes. They'll hammer away at you, trying to figure out how you found out in the first place, right? This is the type of stuff that happens. They'll try to figure it out, try to hammer away at you, try to be abusive towards you, try to be manipulative towards you, just be horrible human beings overall. And you don't want to necessarily have to keep dealing with these horrible ass, toxic ass bastards. So you have to protect your peace and your mental health, and your physical health, all the healths. You got to protect them at all costs. Seriously. And that's why I do these videos, y'all, so y'all can, so you can wake up and keep everything moving and just be as impactful and powerful as you possibly can. You know what I mean? You want to keep doing this type of stuff because at the end of the day, it helps benefit you at all costs and whatnot, right? So, and that's what happens to so many people in these spaces, in these situations and whatnot as well. Oh, what the hell is this? Sorry, I had a notification come through. Huh? And whatnot. So, merchant, shipper address, Norway. Okay, yeah. So, something just popped up on my screen, y'all. Sorry, I got distracted. Anyways, y'all, hope y'all have a beautiful day. Hope this video brought you some clarity. Hope it brought you some peace. If it did, hit the like button. Leave me a comment. Subscribe to the channel if at all possible. I appreciate all the subscriptions. We're inching. Like, when I say inching, we're just crawling towards 500,000. I'm gonna start doing interviews and stuff out here, y'all, just to break the channel up here pretty soon, just to bring some interest and some vibes to the channel. You know what I mean? Just some more different vibes to the channel as well. I'm gonna put the podcast form out here. I got like 30 people who want to be interviewed for the podcast so far, so I'm gonna go through those today as well. Be safe, take care of yourselves, and as always, y'all, mental illness is out. Peace. What's going on, beautiful folks? Thank you so much for making it to the end of my video. I truly appreciate it. You have no idea. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Y'all, you made it this far, you might as well subscribe. It really does help the channel, y'all. Y'all helps me reach more people as well. Also, I have coaching, my courses, and my support group available at www.mentalhealness.net. Thank you so much. Make sure you stick around, watch another video or two. I appreciate it. I'm out.